Hey.
What's up guys, it's your girl HeyParis, and today we're back again with another story time. Let me tell you guys, it's about the mad horror story that I've been promising you guys for like 5-6 months ago. My bad. But I told myself today I'm gonna do the story time. No ifs, ands, or buts. Let's get right into it, okay? Before I even start the story, let me tell you guys that I do not think that m.a.c is a horrible company. I don't think that all of these pertain to every single m.a.c store that's out there. Not all m.a.c employees are like these ones that I'm about to tell you, and there's 3 stories that I need to tell you. But I do think m.a.c needs to get their shit together and hire some people who are actually passionate and friendly to their customers, because there's way too many m.a.c horror stories on YouTube, way too many of them. I feel like if I was the CEO of m.a.c, I'd be like, okay, everybody's fired and I'm hiring you all one by one, handpicked myself, because I don't get it. There should not be this many stories about one company, okay? And my opinion isn't gonna change the fact that I still shop at m.a.c. I love m.a.c. I love m.a.c's product, and I've had a lot of pleasant experiences with some of their other workers, okay? This is not every single m.a.c, so don't think that. And I am not trying to bash m.a.c. I am bashing the employees at these 3 separate stores, which is a lot. But anyways, let me start. The first story is the story that happened when I was working at Sephora. And the Sephora that I worked with had a m.a.c in the same mall. So, I mean, yes, I work at Sephora. Yes, I've been educated on makeup and all of that. But Sephora doesn't have m.a.c. m.a.c is an independent company that only sells m.a.c. Sephora sells YSL, Dior, Urban Decay, Makeup Forever, all of that, right? So, obviously, if I'm looking for a m.a.c lipstick or a m.a.c concealer or whatever, there shouldn't be a problem that I'm from Sephora and I want to buy something from m.a.c, okay? But apparently, with this person, it was a problem. It was a big issue, okay? Let me explain. So, like I said before, I work at Sephora and I was wearing my Sephora uniform and I was going to the club that night, okay? When it comes to clubbing, I cannot wear any type of concealer. I have to wear m.a.c Pro Longwear Concealer. And in this time period, I hadn't been clubbing in a long time, which means that my Pro Longwear was done and I didn't buy a new one because I don't go clubbing, and I only wear it when I go clubbing because it's thick, the formula's thick, and it stays on your face even when you're sweating. So I was like, I need my Pro Longwear, okay? And the Sephora I worked at had a m.a.c in the mall too. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. On my lunch break, I'm gonna go in, pick up my Pro Longwear, and leave. Like, it shouldn't be a problem. But apparently it was. So I walked into m.a.c. Y'all know my biggest pet peeve is not being greeted when I enter a store, okay? Because I'm pretty sure that's protocol for every store that is in existence. Alright, so I walked in like, nobody gonna say hi. But that wasn't even the problem, okay? I completely forgot what NC I was or what code I was. I'm not a m.a.c girl like that. I do, get out my face. I do have a lot of m.a.c products, but I'm not familiar with like the NC 45s or the NW, I don't know. Like, I don't know. So I completely forgot what my color is. I know it was a NC something, I think. NC 42. But I didn't remember what color it is because I only use that on certain occasions, okay? I don't really use foundations from m.a.c or anything like that because it breaks me out. So, I wasn't being greeted, no one was paying me attention, so I walked up to this girl who I thought looked very friendly because she was talking to another customer and she was all like, so I'm like, okay, she seems like somebody I can fuck with. Like, she gonna be nice to me and we gonna have a nice conversation. She gonna help me figure out which concealer is my concealer for under my eyes. So, after she was done talking to the customer, I tapped her on her back because I guess she didn't see me, and she turned around and she was like, yes? My goodness. I was like, what did I do to this young lady? Why she had to look me up and down like that? Like, what had happened? Like, but I was like, okay, excuse me, miss, I was wondering if you could help me pick out a concealer for my face because I don't remember what concealer it was. I don't remember the number or anything like that. You think you could help me? She goes like this. Don't you work at Sephora? Okay, and like, what? I work at Sephora, I don't work at m.a.c, bitch. That's why I'm asking for your help. The fuck? Anyway, I'm like, yeah, I work at Sephora. She goes, so you don't need my help then? I was literally so shocked. I'm like, this isn't real. Like, is this a dream? Like, am I really, like, all these YouTube videos I'm seeing, they ain't bullshit. Like, they're rude as fuck. Like, what did I do? I work at Sephora. Like, I didn't realize M.A.C and Sephora was beefing. Like, my bad, what? So I'm literally standing there in shock. Like, I'm just thinking to myself, like, did that just happen? Like, no one has ever been that rude to me in my entire life, ever. So I walk up to another girl now, and I'm like, yeah, so your coworker is really rude, so I was wondering if you could help me instead. And I said this loud enough so that the coworker, the girl who's being rude to me, could hear me, okay? And I didn't even know the lady who I was talking to, who I said, your coworker is very rude. I was wondering if you could help me. I realized she was the manager. So when I said that now, she was like, who? Which one? Which one of these girls were rude to you? I was like, time for me to be a snitch. I said that one right there. So I said, well, obviously I work at Sephora, as you can see by my uniform, and apparently y'all is beefing with Sephora because she doesn't want to help me because I'm for Sephora. She said I'm for Sephora, so I don't need help. But obviously she failed to realize that Sephora and M.A.C do not sell the same things, and we are not educated on the same products. So she looks over at the girl who was being rude to me, and the girl goes in the back. The manager looks at me and says, oh, she's having a bad day. It's okay. I'll help you though. No, the problem isn't solved. Like, she needs a good talking to. She needs to be spanked or something, like, rude. But I let it go, whatever. The manager helped me find a concealer. Went home, the concealer did not fit me. The concealer was yellow. Okay. So I came back the next day to return it, and the same rude girl was there. Okay, but this time I wasn't in my Sephora uniform because I wasn't working that day. And the same girl, the same one who was like, you work at Sephora, you don't need my help, was there. I was like, I'd like to return this. And my receipts, the product wasn't barely used. Like, well, everything is good, okay? Shouldn't be a problem once again. She was like, aren't you the same girl who works at Sephora? I was like, yeah, I'm the same girl who works at Sephora. What is your plan? So she starts doing the return, and she's like, I don't know, I just find it funny that you work at Sephora and you don't know your own concealer color. It's kind of funny, don't you think? I was like, bitch, if you don't hurry up and give me my damn money, like, actually, before I make this a problem. So at this point, I was actually annoyed. I was like, I'm actually gonna, like, tweet M.A.C, or I'm gonna send them a letter to head office because I like this girl. There's no way they hired this girl. She has absolutely no customer service whatsoever. Like, I don't understand how she got hired. See, when I worked at Sephora, I was never rude to customers. I was always 100% nice with customers. Maybe I didn't want to help you, like, in my mind, but I was gonna be like, yeah, so that one's the right one. Yeah, that one's. I was so nice to customers. I was like, yeah, so you know, doing my job because that's what I get paid to do. So I understand how she got the job at M.A.C and she's rude to customers. It don't make sense. Okay, so I asked her, I'm like, what's your name? Because her hair was like this, covering her name tag. I don't know if she did it on purpose or what, but her hair was covering her name tag. So I'm like, what's your name? She goes, Beyonce, and walks to the back. I was like, bitch, you wish. More like Jay-Z. Needless to say, I didn't send a message to head office. I didn't do none of that. Honestly, after she went to the back, I was like, whatever. Honestly, I'm not gonna waste my time on this girl. She obviously has a mental problems, like something is mentally wrong with her because nobody is like that in real life. These are the type of characters you see on Mean Girls or like movies and stuff. She can't be a real person. Like, she's a hologram. I don't understand. Like, what's the purpose? The next story actually happened at a M.A.C in the Bay. If you're from Canada, you know that the Bay has M.A.C inside. The Bay is like a Macy's in America, okay? So usually the M.A.C's inside of the Bay, the people there are a lot nicer and a lot more friendly than the actual individual M.A.C stores. So I was kind of surprised by this bitch, okay? So this is back when the lipstick shade Matte Royal came out, okay? And I was very, very like excited to get this color. I was like, I can't wait to get this color, whatever. Ran up to the Bay upstairs. This girl approached me and she was like, hey, how may I help you? I was like, hi, I was just wondering if you guys have a Matte Royal in stock. She was like, yeah, we actually have one left in stock. So I was like, perfect, I'll take it. She's like, are you sure you don't want to try it on first? I was like, no, I'm fine, I'll just take it. She's like, no, I think you should seriously try it on first. So at this point, I'm like, why? Is there a defect or something? Like, is it gonna make my skin rash? Am I gonna get puffy lip? What's gonna happen? What do you mean I need to try it on? So she takes the lipstick out, like the tester lipstick, and she's like, you have to see it on your skin tone first. I mean, that's not very attractive now, is it? I was like, I like it. It's like, I'll take it, it's fine. She's like, but look at it. are you sure? At this point, I'm like, you really trying to not make money for your company because I want to buy the lipstick. Like, what is the issue? And she's just putting it on my hand and she's like, just look at it. Just look. Are you sure? Like, is this really what you want? Yes, bitch. She's like, I just find it hard that you think you could pull it off. Pardon me. What'd she just say? Listen, she obviously don't know who I am because, bitch, I could pull off anything, whether you agree with me or not. So I'm like, what's that supposed to mean? So once I started giving her attitude, because I was literally like, what's that supposed to mean? She was like, oh, nothing. I mean, it's your money. You can buy whatever you want, right? So your total is gonna be, my yeah, bitch. Like, what? It is not your place to be telling anyone what they can or cannot pull off. I don't care if this lipstick was bright yellow, okay? If I want to buy it, you shouldn't be trying to convince me not to buy it. You're working for MAC. Your purpose at MAC is to sell products to people. So why are you doing the opposite? I don't get it. Because that could have been anyone else and they would have been like, oh my goodness, she's a MAC professional. So if she says I can't pull it off, I can't pull it off. I'm not gonna buy it. Thank you so much for telling me I can't pull off lipstick. Thank you so much. Thank you for bringing my confidence down. I appreciate you. Bye. Not me, bitch. If there was another one, I would have bought two just to tell her that I don't give a fuck about you. Okay. And the third story has nothing to do with me, but I was in the store when it happened and it broke my heart. Like, actually broke my heart. So I went to a MAC in another, not province, another city. So it wasn't in Toronto. And I saw a young girl come in. She had to be maybe 13, 14, something like that. But she was graduating. She said she was graduating. And she was there by herself. She wasn't with her mom. She wasn't with any friends, nothing like that. She was by herself. And just by looking at her, you could tell that she suffers from like extreme acne, like really, really bad acne, like protruding from her face. Like, it's very, very obvious. And she wasn't wearing any makeup or anything like that. And she went up to this lady, MAC employee, and she was like, hi, I have a graduation and I want to find a foundation that will match my skin because I want to look good for my grad photos. So I don't know if she's graduating from junior high or where. I don't know how the age groups go. You guys already know this. But she said she was graduating. The lady legitimately looked at her like this. She was like, I don't think you need foundation. You need a doctor. And I was so shocked. I was like, did she really just say that? And the little girl, you could tell her eyes were getting teary-eyed. And I was like, yo, should I say something? I didn't, like, I was by myself too. So, you know, when you're by yourself, you're less likely to do things. You know what I mean? But she looked like she was getting teary-eyed and she was like, yeah, I know, I just wanted a foundation just for the pictures, like, so that I look good in my pictures. The girl was like, no, you can't put foundation on that. They'll just get a lot worse. Like, don't even do it. And the girl just got up and walked away, and like, I felt like she was crying. I felt like when she was walking away, she was crying. So I didn't do anything, honestly. I didn't do anything. I bought my products, and when I was leaving the mall, I saw her sitting down on the phone and she looked really, really sad. And I just walked by her and I was like, ooh, I love your shoes. And I kept walking. She said, thank you. I kept walking. I should have said something more. I should have been like, you're beautiful, or like, don't make what she said get you down or anything like that. But honestly, I'm telling you guys the honest truth. Story time, I ain't gonna exaggerate nothing, okay? I didn't say anything to her, but I wish I did, and I feel bad that I didn't. And that just, it broke my heart. I was like, if anyone ever said that to me, I would be crushed. Like, my confidence would be gone. So I was disgusted by that MAC employee. I was like, yo, were you never young? Like, you know what I mean? When you're so young, you're so vulnerable to words. Like, people say things to you and they stick with you for like the rest of your life. But you know what they say? Be careful who you call ugly in high school, because they will glow up on that ass. So hopefully she glowed up on that ass and she is now a CEO of MAC in my head, okay? But anyways, those are my 3 MAC horror stories. If you guys had any problems with MAC, any horror stories of yourself, leave them in the comment section down below. Even if it's not MAC, if it's Sephora, MAC, it doesn't matter. It could be TJ Maxx, I don't care. If you had bad customer service at a company, leave your story down below. I love to read them. You guys are freaking hilarious. What was the last video I posted? I was dying. Oh, high school rumors. I did the high school rumors story time video. Your comments had me on the floor dying. I was like, there's no way. Holy. Anyways, you guys, just a reminder, the Flipside TV, where I do celebrity gossip and social media news, is going to be up on August the 10th. So make sure you click the link down below to be notified every time that I post something new on there. I would love to have your support on this channel. I've been working really, really hard on it. So if you would subscribe, that would mean the world to me. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, right here. Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, all of that is in the description box down below, as well as my vlog channel. Love you guys so much. Don't gotta tell you twice, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye guys. What's up guys, it's your girl HeyParis here, and today we are making bacon pancakes, okay?
Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make.